Alright, welcome back to another episode of Craftworks. Last time, we got our little buddy here and a whole bunch of resources as we made a deal with Oda for some lime wool. Now, we've been working on this factory, and as you can see, it's a lot of building, and we still have the whole other side. I think we've only made maybe a quarter of it done. So, we got a lot of building. I don't know if we're going to do it all, but I do want to start getting some of the area behind us decorated to see if we can make this a little bit better. Obviously, we've got the farms in there, farms in here. We've got the other farm just behind there going. So I think we can actually get this area pretty complete. And I think I showed this last time, but we've also come up with some ideas for scaffolding, how we might start making this central place a little better. So I think today we're going to go a little crazy, see if we can get this whole center section and then some of the decoration in there. Maybe even figure out what we're going to do with these portions. So that's a lot for us to take on. And I've got some people I want to talk to about some of the cool projects they've got going on. So I'm going to jump into build mode here and see if I can get maybe like a little floor in here and then start making sure we have all the walls. Even back here, we still don't have all the walls that wrap around here. So obviously some cleanup to do, just making sure this is all ready so we can really decorate things coming down from the ceiling. I want to build some pipes up here, make it look like this is really a factory, not just some redstone farms, but make it look like it's actually doing something. So I'm going to go do that and then I'll bring you back in. All right, and I guess it's time for a status update. Sometimes I get building and just get too excited, but as you can see, we got the roof on here, extended it all the way down. We've got the columns at least going up on this side, not quite up to the top or have all the stuff at the top or even the connectors, but we're getting pretty close, which is really exciting to see. Now, next thing you're going to see here with the dirt is I've been trying to see if this concept of putting the scaffolding up around here is going to look good. So really this dirt piece is representing kind of the edge here. So I think we'd still have a lot of room. And I believe Impala wanted to stick something right here in the middle, which I think could work out well. I'm even looking at like, what can we put along the edge? I guess maybe we should come over here. This might represent a little bit better. But I'm thinking stairs in the four corners. So one there, one here, one there, and one there, where they go up to that scaffolding that we have. That's kind of the walkway around it, and then goes up to some office space. And we're going to talk to Millie and maybe E about that, because I have some cool ideas I want to do up there, just not sure how to do it. So we might use their services to get us going. But that is the interior I'm thinking. Now, if we have the stairs here and a walkway up there, then what that allows us to do is have lots of room down here. And to me, or at least right now, I'm thinking maybe this is our space where forklifts come in, grab stuff, take it out to unload it. I don't know, I'm going to have to talk with Impala on that. But I think that gets us kind of the next step. So what I want to do is take this from the concept stage of kind of what we have going here and see if we can get it at least maybe on like half, just to see if it's going to look good. So let's do that. Okay, and just picking up the last little bits of stuff we have here, let's go check out how this is looking. And I think it's looking pretty good. We got to figure out how we're going to get into this center spot. But the idea is that each one of these will have chains that go up to the roof, similar to what I've done over here, even though I only went up a few. But each one of these would go up. Now, what I was worried is that this was going to really encroach on the space and not feel open enough. But wow, I think it's actually going to look pretty cool. The fact that the stairs will go up. Oh, and we have a wandering trader. Might have to deal with him in just a second. But I think I'm going to wrap this now all the way around. Just see how it's looking. But basically what I tried to do is center each one of these off of the middle. I originally had them on the post, but that was causing some problems here in the middle, and then a little bit on the stairs. When I had it aligned here, where the stairs were coming up is where a chain would be. So we fixed that just by offsetting it to the middle instead of the middle of the post. And I think that's going to do pretty well for us. So I'm going to get the rest in, and then maybe we'll start concepting the stairs and figure out what those are going to look like. All right, so we tried some concepts here. I tried so many different ones, and I finally got to the realization that maybe this is weird to go up a level and then up again. It almost feels like it's too much like a house. And so what I've actually done, and you can see we've been working on the floor here, starting to get the floor in, is to just make a straight shot up. So instead of trying to bend around a corner, let's just go straight up the stairs. It's going to take us right up, and we're on the platform. We have to go over any little things. And what I'm hoping is originally the stairs were starting right here at like the entrance. And I thought that was maybe a little too tight. So what's nice about tucking this behind is it really makes it feel like it's not the primary thing to do in here, but maybe a secondary if you need to go up to the offices or whatever. So that way we can stick, I don't know, some kind of 3x3 crate out here. And maybe another one goes here. We can start decorating a lot without it really interfering with coming in and out of the factory. So I think it could actually be quite handy to have those tucked out of the way. We can have all the different stuff that we need to here, put more factory items in, and I think that's going to be it. So I'm going to start building. Now, as you can see, I've kind of divided the room in half. I'm going to try and finish this side so we can really see what it's looking like, if it's going to look good, some of the detailing. I'm not going to get all of it because we're trying to figure out still what's going in here, but I at least want to come up with some ideas that I can show Impala. All right, I got to show you a clip real quick that I took earlier of Impala showing me how this worked. Now, we didn't talk about it. He was just demonstrating it, but it's pretty cool. So let's jump over there and you can kind of see how this works. It looks like we have someone that might not understand that we are not open, sir. Oh, you brought some friends? Yeah, we are not open for tours. Oh, and you're gonna shoot me about it? Oh, that's not very nice. All right. I don't know. Do I take on the rest of your friends? Sure. You guys are out here when you're not supposed to. We're taking you out. All right, so those guys obviously wanted a tour. This place is looking pretty cool. I'm just working on getting the last bits of the floor in, and I think we're getting pretty good. Yeah, I just gotta fill in kind of this last area. We gotta move the pig, but the floor is getting there. Now my goal is to kind of get this whole main area done. We're gonna get that top there, top up there, all the windows. I'm not sure on what we're going to do down here because this is actually going to lead to some other machines that we're going to put in here. So this back wall might stay undone for a while, but at least we can get the windows up there, the windows on the top portion here, get that, maybe this portion. I still don't know what we're going to do there or for a door because as you see, people are walking in, but I haven't figured that one out yet. So something to figure out, but let's get the rest of this floor in. And we got those floors in, and I may have got some stairs upstairs, some scaffolding, some chains that go almost to the ceiling. Still got to figure that out. And then some machines and some crates. Yeah, I just went crazy and got a whole bunch built here. I really wanted to start seeing what the inside of this place could look like. And if I step back, you can really start getting a sense that this is going to feel like a factory. So let's actually go up these stairs and kind of show you what we did here. This is going to be kind of cool because we'll be able to come up, look around the factory, see the boxes coming out of over there, them being ready. This dirt is going to represent maybe a forklift that's going in, getting ready to pull that orange shipment. And then we can build a whole bunch of stuff out there. But this is roughly what we're trying to go with on the inside of this that big factory here. So we want to have those machines. Oh, and I gotta show you how this machine works. Let me grab some bone meal here because I think this is going to be kind of fun. It's not all the way hooked up, so we'll just grab a little bit here. Oh, and as you can see, yeah, we're getting plenty of bone meal. We're gonna have plenty there. But what my idea was is that I wanted a way for either bone meal to get into the farms, or over here, any of the extra dyes or anything that we have to be able to sort back in. So that's going to shoot up, come through here, and then get resorted. So let me demonstrate here, and I don't have it hooked up to the farms just yet, but the idea is we can just chuck whatever in there. You'll be able to see it not going through. Uh-oh. I better troubleshoot that real quick. All right, got that sorted out. Oh, and I'm missing one of my stones. That's okay, we'll find it here in a minute. But what I had done is I accidentally put a dispenser instead of a dropper. And if you put a dispenser and you put the wrong thing in there, it's trying to bone meal the ground. So I had to put a dropper. So let's go in and show you how it's really supposed to work. So the idea is that I wanted to be able to see it flying up, make it look like a factory, that this machine was actually doing something. And then what it's doing is going up, hitting that water stream, and then going into the flower farms. Now I don't have this side collected just yet, so it's just falling here. But this is where we put in the bone mill to make this flower farm work. There's going to be a portion here, a portion back there, and then obviously one for that. So that's why the pipe's going to come in here. We'll snake it through, make it look really cool, like it's actually doing some stuff as it goes. But that is how we're going to get bone meal into all of our farms. And now we actually have the right redstone component in there. Perfect. So that's a little bit of how that's going to work. I'm still looking at some kind of a sign to show this is like the dye farm area. I showed you the clip earlier of Impala's concrete machine here, so that's going to be pretty cool. We got some different little pieces here, and then it's just getting dark, so I don't know how well. Oh, and it's raining. But I'm also starting to try and get the outside finished. So we've got some trees going in, we've got most of the facade, we've got the two sides here and the roof line. Oh man, I don't want to fall off here, but we are getting pretty close. This is going to look better when it's not raining and getting dark. But we're getting close, so let's finish up a few tiny things here, and then I think we're going to call it an episode. This has been so much work. We're getting so much in here. So let me just wrap up a few things. Okay, and the next thing that we need to do for the factory is actually get some, and I'm hoping it's some out here, some red sandstone, or is it orange sandstone? I don't know what it's called, and hopefully you can craft it because I'm not seeing any right offhand, but maybe, and this is where I'm gonna have to see if I remember. Can I craft? Oh, perfect, we can. We're gonna be building a forklift, and I want some of the orange. We need orange slabs, orange stairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a bunch of this sand, so that way we can put it into that orange. That's not orange. What is this called? Red sandstone. It's so weird. It's orange, but we call it red sandstone. So I'm going to make some of that up, and we'll meet back over at the factory. Okay, and we're back, and I figured out about where we're going to put this thing. Now, these are going to represent the wheels, and I'm going to make it look, hopefully, like it's starting to pick up this crate here, like it's going to move it. And now I'm kind of coming back to look at sight lines, because what I don't want to do is completely block the sight line. I really want to make sure that, like, this looks interesting, but then you can still see around it. And I think that's going to be about right. This represents our center line. So there's enough here that if you came in, you could see back. And if you came this way, obviously you could see past it. So I think that's a pretty good position. So let's get it built. All right, and we got that forklift in. I think it's looking pretty good. It's going to come in. These need to lower. Maybe, I wish I could make them look a little better. When I put him on the ground, it didn't quite look like a forklift, so we've put him up a bit. But he's basically driving in there, getting ready to get the orange. I started trying to put this guy like he's trying to help, but I think he's a little too static. So we'll at least keep the driver for now. We'll think about this guy. Maybe he's pulling something off the assembly line. Now the one piece that I wanted to show is we showed the bone mill, but the reason I put another one over here is this is where all of our dyes go. So to make their clothes, I actually used some gray and some white, but I got too much. Well, instead of trying to go back through those, all I'm going to have to do is chuck those in there. And they didn't go. Oh man, we had to fix that one. Let's go see what's wrong with this one. It was one block. Literally one block. The redstone signal wasn't getting into that block. So now that we put those in there, yep, we're going to see those shoot up. They should be coming around. I don't know if we'll get to them. Yep, there you go. Oh, that's a piece I threw in there to test. And the others, there you go. They're coming. They got sucked in by their hopper. Great, now it's my 2 pork chops running around. But that is now working. So we got that side working. So we can dump whatever we're done using in here. It'll circulate around. Here, we're still going to work on the bone meal, getting them into the farms. But man, this area is looking pretty good. We made a lot of progress when you think about the front wasn't really there. Most of this wasn't there. Our machines, this is finally starting to look like a factory. All right, and that's going to do it for this episode. We got so much done. We got all of this built. There's so much that we got done. I actually didn't think we'd get this much in the factory done, but this is looking pretty cool, and I can't wait for us to keep decorating it out. Obviously, we need to talk about that house in the background, and we still need to talk to Millie to see if she can do kind of our offices up above. But I think that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. And definitely make sure you like the video and let me know if you have any ideas of what we can do here in the factory. But until then, we'll talk to you soon.